Hello, everyone, and welcome to JaianMusic Notes. So excited you're joining us today. I am going to be breaking down Sadness and Sorrow from Naruto, my cover of it, which occurred on Anime Anthems Volume 4. Welcome to the podcast where, I'm going to pull back the curtains on anime, music, my covers, breaking down my creative process behind each track. And today, I'm so excited to talk about this cover. This piece is legendary in the Naruto fandom. It's tied so deeply with heart-wrenching and difficult emotional moments. It's a melody that sweeps like a cold wind. Whenever the bond of a loved one or a friend is discussed in Naruto, or there's a devastating loss, this is the song to represent that emotion. But how do you interpret such an iconic song? How do you take that song that already has the weight of 1,000 tears and bring it a new modern edge? Before we can get into the whole trivia of it all, I want to thank the sponsor of today's episode, Laser Audio Technologies. They sell creative effects plugins, and they are so amazing, such as Fram and Glow. It's a way to make amazing soundscapes and really intricate, transforming your sound in a very never done before intricate way. And if you use code JaianMusic, you get 25% off your purchase. So please consider using that code and purchasing some plugins over there. Every dollar from that code goes straight back into the podcast, such as GoPro Kyo, who does all of the artwork for JaianMusic Notes. His link is also in the description. So before we get into my creative process behind my cover, I want to just, set the stage of here. Sadness and Sorrow is part of the Naruto anime soundtrack, and Toshi Masuda is a master at using simple melodies to convey profound emotion. The original here leans into a more traditional Japanese instrumentation, but Sadness and Sorrow, like I said, appears in really frequently throughout the series and throughout pivotal moments. Scenes that aren't just dramatic, they're quiet, reflective, completely human, and it makes this melody such a perfect accompaniment to that. In my cover, I wanted to retain the emotional depth while transforming it into something that felt more modern and more personal to me. When I began making this cover, and I obviously highly recommend you go listen to the cover so you get a better context here, or, listen to this episode and then go to the cover with my new context in mind. When I began working on this cover, I envisioned a soundscape that felt like a sort of frozen surface of a lake, still but reflective, yet hiding a lot of emotion underneath. To achieve this, I lean into textures and techniques that emphasize both fragility and sharpness. At its core, Sadness and Sorrow is about space. It's about emotional space, to grieve, to breathe, to remember, and as we know also well, if you're a Naruto fan, to do flashbacks. I began by creating a foundation of soft, granular synthesis. It's just a really simple omnisphere patch that I played with a little bit in the ADSR. These textures go very background because the attack hits, and then as the note decays, you just hear pieces of synthesis breaking off it. And this is what I really like about this sort of ambient version of this cover that I made. I like going into really difficult, textural, weird sonic structures. Imagine just standing in a field before dawn and the air is thick and just every sound is amplified. That's where ambient music can bring you. You can use it in your meditation and stuff like that. So you can just really feel and immerse yourself in every single detail of the sound. And this is what I like about this patch. It allows you to go into really deep sentiment. So obviously this synthesis patch takes center stage in my cover, but in a way where the fragments of the notes scatter like shattered glass. The approach is like each note is allowed to linger for a longer period of time because of the slow tempo, like the way the memories hang in the mind of the characters in Naruto when Sadness and Sorrow plays, and by stretching the timing between the musical phrases, you create a breathing room for the listeners to feel the solitary journey of Naruto. I'm playing with timing and a sort of, for lack of a better word, silence here. Rather than have the melody be very consistent, I allow it to quietly break apart, and then the next MIDI note hits, and so on and so forth. These pauses carry much more weight, in my opinion. And one of those technical aspects is creating a contrast between melody and texture. A melodic line playing on a piano, it's clean, it's pure, and it symbolizes just what it is. In contrast, surrounding that with soundscapes and texture and musical fragments that are more gritty and modern and synthetic, you create a emotional landscape that the listener can just immerse themselves in, because it's like, oh, I know the melody, I know that Naruto soundtrack, I know when it plays, but here's this melody through a completely different instrument, so this ambient crossover of it, that's what I like. That's what I like, how what it brings to it. This cover wouldn't exist without the anime's unforgettable moments. Just think of Naruto sitting on that swing at the academy before being a genin, or flashing back to that thought, with the nine-tailed fox inside, and for him, it's very difficult to relate to others, and Sadness and Sorrow is like an anthem for that. There's other sad moments where think of Haku sacrificing a life. Haku literally dies protecting Zabuza in that fight on the Naruto bridge, when that lightning blade goes right through Haku. It's emotional, and Sadness and Sorrow, I don't remember if it plays in that moment, but that would be a perfect moment for Sadness and Sorrow to play if it doesn't already. I try to capture that essence in my cover, something really emotional, and I've been told, I listened to that cover that you made, and it really, that cover is so ingrained in my childhood. So why not give it a modern edge and bring it back within the track list of Anime Anthems Volume 4, which is all about ambient ballad-like music. And furthermore, just to be more technical, I play a lot with delays and reverbs. I love playing with those types of plugins. And delays and reverbs here allowed me to take the fragments, the texture of that Omnisphere patch, and get even more nerdy about it, get even more spacious about it, be even more immersive, luscious, shimmering about it. All these different words that I'm using, they represent what the sound feels like. And I truly encourage you to go check out that cover, and you'll understand. And if you like it, give the whole of Anime Anthems Volume 4 listen. The link to the song is obviously going to be in the description. So as my closing thoughts here, creating this cover was very personal for me, because this song it's a big anime staple. It's a big anime music staple. It's about the stories that is told through the emotion of the song, and this cover was a representation of that. If you'd like to hear more breakdowns, I'd suggest subscribing to checking out future episodes. Please let me know what cover of mine you would like me to give my thoughts on next time. Make sure to subscribe to JaianMusic Notes in your favorite podcatcher. Make sure to go check out GoPro Kyo, who does all the artwork, using code JaianMusic over at Laser Audio Technologies. All of that linked in the description. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me at JaianMusic on social media. And until next time, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.